Dude, sucking at something is the first step towards being sorta good at something.
We usually don't get to see the process that players go through when they grow. Seeing a player's growth from beginning to veteran is incredibly rare. This is why I like people such as Mikeboyd. Mikeboyd is a YouTuber who documents his process of learning new skills. Typically, he starts from being a complete noob and grows to becoming someone who's competent in a given area. He's done such things such as learn to do a kickflip on a skateboard, solve a Rubik's Cube, and ride a unicycle, all of which he's done in a surprising or reasonable amount of time. In this video, I wanted to talk about that process, the process of learning. When it comes to learning new skills, it can be pretty discouraging and even boring. It can make you feel stupid or incompetent to see how poor you are at doing something. Of course, you have some people who are able to pick things up quicker than others, but that's not the point. The point is whether or not you actually start and knowing how to efficiently spend your time. So I would like to share with you how I go about learning new skills. In the background is a game called Kingdom Hearts 2. I set myself a goal to beat the game on what's called a level 1 critical run. This is pretty much the hardest difficulty in the game as it prevents you from gaining experience. Now, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, that's completely fine. The point of the video is to talk about the process of my journey thus far. I've documented a good portion of me playing through the game, mostly consisting of parts where I get stuck. So, at the beginning, you will suck. I can't tell you how many times I've died in this game thus far, and I'm not even halfway through it. This is a boss named Zaldin. At this point, I'm not even halfway through the game, and it took me 3 hours to beat this single boss. Here's a sneak peek of how the fight started. Okay, I have no idea what to do for this boss. I am completely lost, so this will be fun. Well then, the fight barely started and I'm already dead. Wonderful. As you can see, things can be pretty discouraging when you're just beginning to learn something new. Being bad at something can be embarrassing and make you feel incompetent for being unable to accomplish what you set out to do. It's something that you should understand when you're looking to achieve big goals. Chances are that you'll get stuck sometimes, and it's important that you understand that learning new skills or achieving big goals usually doesn't come without downfalls or failures. A method that has helped me when learning new things is to break the goal down into smaller pieces rather than trying to achieve the same thing every single day. Throughout my time of playing against this boss, there were many smaller things that I would work on. I had to get used to dodging certain attacks, using new abilities, and approaching the boss in a whole different way. Eventually, I had a much better understanding of how I could beat the boss, and while my goal for the time being was to win, it was more about identifying the individual problems that I had while fighting him and being consistent with my execution. Having my problems listed out, I would work on one of them at a time, and after practicing each of them individually, I would put them together. It shifted my focus from something general such as I need to win to individual actions which are fundamentals in order to beat the boss. Using this method, it made it a lot easier to see the progress I was making, and every little improvement I made to each thing felt really good and helped me stay motivated through all the frustration. As soon as I hit the moment of improvement, I find myself craving more up to the point of accomplishing the bigger goal that I have set in mind. And that moment when you finally accomplish your goal feels more amazing. Is this it? Yes! Holy moly! In the end, the sense of accomplishment you get makes the entire journey worth it. So I challenge you to push through those frustrating moments when you crave nothing more than to abandon the task at hand and pursue something easier. Embrace being a noob. It's something that everyone has experienced, and it's something you'll continue to experience should you desire to continue learning new things. Failure and frustration are inevitable. It's up to you to control how you cope with those eventualities. Either you can give in to anguish and abandon your goals, or you can take a deep breath, relax, and keep working towards your goals.